So my test results ended up coming back really super fast. And I got the notification that they were available, so I logged in to look at them or whatever. My results came back saying that they were at a 50, which is like hypodiabetic, like really bad. And it's like super, super rare for that to happen during pregnancy. Like your levels are usually elevated. They're not usually like a low level, especially after drinking that much sugar. Oh boy, good morning everybody. I am on my way to get my glucose test done. I am 25 and a half weeks pregnant right now, and I'm running out of time to do it, so I'm getting ready to go do that. But this day has not gone the way we wanted it to so far. Last night, not even last night, pretty much every night for the past week, Maddie is going to bed at her normal time, which is between like 7:30 and 8. And she is like screaming from anywhere from like 30 minutes to 2 hours. And it's not like she's just like doing this little whimpery cry. She is like screaming, like horror movie screaming, until she gets so worked up that she pukes. And so almost every single night she's thrown up 3 times at night. And then last night she woke up 2 times, and then finally at 5:45 she woke up and had another super meltdown where she was throwing up again and everything, getting herself so worked up, and then we can't get her back to bed. So then she woke up Kaylee, and I had started working already, so Danny had to get out of bed, which is never a good thing, because that man needs his sleep. I think most dads probably need their sleep. So now he is like dying because he's super tired. And Maddie was rough all night. She's been screaming and tantruming all morning. And now I am on my way for the glucose test, which I'm trying to do over nap time. So hopefully they will sleep for him and I just don't get nap time at all. So that is basically what's happening. So with all of that being said, I look like a horrible hot mess, but we are headed to the hospital, which is an hour away, so I've got a nice long hour drive. And for those of you that are watching this because I'm getting my glucose test done, or you need information on the glucose test or whatever, I am going to the 1-hour glucose test, which is where you drink like a small little drink of some sort, like this big, and it's just basically a bunch of sugar. It pretty much just tastes like watered down soda, not necessarily watered down soda, but like uncarbonated soda, or if you were just drinking the syrup of the soda. Everybody freaks out about this test, and I feel like in today's world, everybody likes to get everybody else worked up over nothing. So everybody complains about this test and says how horrible it is, and that the drink is disgusting and it makes you want to puke and yada yada yada. Guys, it is not that bad. So if you're somebody who's like stressed out that this is going to be the worst day of your entire life and that you're going to die because a drink is so disgusting, seriously, just, it's okay. It's really not that bad. I haven't had any issues with it. The only issues I have with the drink is that the very, very first time I went during my first pregnancy, this is my third, by the way, if you're new here, with my first pregnancy, was that they only had fruit punch, orange, and grape flavors of the drink, and I am allergic to red dye. So when I went the first time, I couldn't take it because they actually didn't have a flavor that I could drink without admitting myself into the hospital after I have the test, which to me was absolutely crazy, because you're in a hospital. You would think they would be conscious about allergies and stuff like that, but they didn't have like a dye-free version. So I had to leave, and the people weren't like super friendly about it at the time. So my mom and I had to write into the hospital and into the lab and basically submit this request form for them to consider purchasing the clear one, which tastes like Sprite or Sierra Mist, like just the syrup part of it. So we needed to get that, and they said the reason they didn't have that one was because everybody says it was the most disgusting version and it makes them sick and blah blah. Like I said, it's really not that bad, and if that's the worst version, then any of the other flavors are like gonna be drinking, like, I don't know, like the other flavors can't be that bad. honestly. So anyway, you go in, you drink the drink, and then you wait for an hour. And at mine, a lot of people were super concerned that they have to like get blood work like before it, and then during it, and then after it. And you don't have to do that. At least for mine, you don't have to do that. I don't even have to get blood work before it. I just go and I take the drink, I sit for an hour, and then they take my sugar levels through, like, you know, when they draw blood, just like you would for any other blood work. And that is it. Now, if you don't pass that one and you come back for the 3-hour one, you may end up having to drink the liquid in an hour, get your blood drawn, sit for an hour, get your blood drawn, sit for another hour, and get it drawn again. So that might be where the misconceptions come from, that if you fail this one and you have to come back for the second one, then you do get your blood drawn multiple times. I thankfully haven't had to do that, but the last time I went, when I was having Kaylee, there was another woman there that was doing the 3-hour one. So yeah, that always sucks if you have to do that one. So nobody wants to have gestational diabetes, but it is a serious thing, and I'll just say that now. It is a serious issue, and I have some friends that have had gestational diabetes and have not taken the medication for it, and they've had complications and all kinds of stuff. Like, if you have gestational diabetes, take it seriously. It's not a joke. It can make your baby have issues. Your baby can be too big, which then can cause issues with labor and delivery. You can go preterm, like all different kinds of things. So don't skip out on the test. Don't take it lightly. Don't blow off the results if you fail. Do what you need to for your health and the health of your baby. I know everybody hates this test, but it really is important. And yeah, so I am going to go get the test done now, and we will see what my results are. I might have them back by the end of the day. My other ones, I got them back pretty quickly, but I'm going to be doing it around 1, and I think the lab closes at 5. So if I do it at 1, then I won't get my blood drawn until 2, and that only gives them 3 hours for the results. So my guess is I'll probably get the results back tomorrow, but if I get them back today, I will definitely let you guys know. So anyway, here we go. All right, I get to wait an hour. I'm gonna do some work. Alrighty, so I am done. I am hungry, but it's all done. So, fun fact, I have to get like the like band put on my arm. I can't use the tape because I'm allergic to the adhesive on the tape, which would always make it really fun because I'm not allowed to have an epidural due to back issues, but if I could have an epidural, I'm allergic to the tape that they would use to stick it onto my back. So that's fun. It also makes things really fun whenever I have like the IV, because I'm actually allergic to the tape for the IV, but I can't like do anything about it because like it has to be there. So that's always fun. I'll show you guys if you stick around until I have the baby. I'll definitely make sure to show you guys what happens when we take the tape off. So anyway, there's that. But the test was not bad. I mean, you have 5 minutes to take the drink. Takes me just a couple of seconds. I just chug it. I feel like it's easier if you just chug it. However, with that being said, I have a pretty bad headache, and it gave me really bad heartburn this time, which is weird. I get heartburn a lot, but I thought it was really weird that it gave me heartburn. I don't think I remember complaining about heartburn with the other ones, but I wasn't doing too bad. But now, like, I don't know if it's because I got 4 tubes of blood drawn because I had other tests run as well, other than just the glucose test. So I don't know if it's because I'm hungry. I don't know if it's because I just got 4 tubes of blood drawn, or if it's because I just had all of that sugar, but my head is really, really starting to hurt. Or also the fact that like I didn't sleep last night. So anyway, there is that. My kids are actually sleeping now, I think. Danny got them down for a nap. So I'm on my way home, but I won't be lucky enough to get any of the benefits of nap time because they'll probably wake up by the time I get home. So here we go. I know Danny really wanted a burger, so I think maybe I'll stop at Dairy Queen on the way home. I passed it and there's the spicy burger there that he really, really likes. So maybe I'll just get that so I don't have to worry about making dinner tonight if I start really feeling like crap after all of this. So anyway, I know this is like really jittery. There is a ton of road work going on here, so I'm sorry that the road is like so bouncy. But anyway, I will talk to you guys in a bit. So my test results ended up coming back really super fast. And I got the notification that they were available, so I logged in to look at them or whatever, see what they were, and it came back really, really bad. Like really, really bad. They wanted the levels to be between like 70 and 170 or something like that. And my results came back saying that they were at, what in the world is this? My results came back saying that they were at a 50, which is like hypo, or not hypo, yeah, hypo-diabetic, like really bad. And it's like super, super rare for that to happen during pregnancy. Like your levels are usually elevated. They're not usually like a low level, especially after drinking that much sugar. So I'm sitting around like panicking about my levels because that's just not good at all. So anyway, we were here like trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do because like there's not a whole lot of information out there about if you have really, really low levels, because gestational diabetes is when your levels are really high. And so it's not like a typical thing to happen. And then they sent me a notice saying that it got like messed up and they accidentally put in like a different number for something. Like the amount of liquid that I drank, they put that in as my score instead of my actual score, which was super good because then I was like, well, I get another shot at this at least. So they had to go back through and like input my right numbers in, which ended up being an 87, which is 17 points above the cutoff line. So I ended up passing in the end, but it was slightly stressful there for a little while because that was like really, really, really low. Like that is like diabetic outside of pregnancy low. Like it would be an issue that wouldn't go away after I wasn't pregnant. So, oh my goodness. Thank goodness for that, but stressful. That's stressful.
This way.
You're doing so good, Maddie.
Yeah, I'm not playing the game. Maddie's playing it. I like how she's holding the control.
I know. She's trying so hard to figure it out. Like every once in a while she'll figure out that she has to go the other direction, but...
Hey, Maddie, you gotta turn around. Well, not
turn the controller around.
No.
I mean, that might help her.
I could. Can you push it the other way? Push the button the other way.
Push it this way. Look, see this? Watch. See what happens? There you go. Good job.
Yeah, Kate's clapping for you.
And now we're stuck again. You're doing so good, though.
You're doing really good, Maddie.
The black cat.
Yeah.
The black cat. The black cat.
What, do you see the water?
The black cat.
The what?
A bath.
You want a bath? Oh, that's a bathtub.
That's a bathtub.
That's a really big bathtub.
That's a huge bathtub.
You can't go in the bathtub though.
You can't go in that.
Here.
No.
No what?
Listen.
You
Yeah.
can go this way. What do you want?
She didn't want me to do it.
You want the bathtub?
Black cat.
It's a really large bathtub.
Ow.
Okay, go.
No.
came as a seizure warning. Sorry.
Come on, King. Come on. Good job.